The Israel-Gaza war continues to grab the headlines across the world since the Hamas militants crossed into Israel in the morning of 7th October. The Palestinian death toll has climbed to 3,300 as a further 13,000 have been injured. In the meantime, US President Joe Biden has arrived in Israel, but his visit has been overshadowed by blasts in Gaza hospital, which he attributes to some other teams. Good evening, I'm Sarah Sapsanamma. Let's begin with the headlines of the hour. Koshi province politics looks to head towards stability as newly appointed Chief Minister Kedar Karki clears the floor test with 86 votes in favour. The 18 Nepalese repatriated by the government from war-torn Israel in the latest batch returned to their respective homes. Efforts underway to bring back more. US President Joe Biden arrives Israel to meet Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, pledges support to Israel and says last night's attack in Gaza hospital could have been caused by other teams. And Nepal defeats UAE by 7 wickets in the opening match of the Tri-Nation T20I series. Skipper Rohit Paudel scores a half-century in Nepal's win. Koshi Province Chief Minister Kedar Karki has cleared his floor test with 86 votes in his favour as the confidence vote was taken this afternoon. Karki got the support of Provincial Assembly members of Nepali Congress, CPN Maoist Centre, CPN Unified Socialist and Janata Samajwadi Party of the ruling alliance, and even from members of CPN UML, which is not in the alliance. Karki, a dissident assembly member of Nepali Congress, was appointed the Chief Minister of Koshi Province last Saturday as a last resort using the Constitution's Article 168 sub-clause 5. Karki had bagged the post of Chief Minister, riding on the support of 8 dissident Nepali Congress lawmakers from the Shekhar Koirala faction and 39 CPN UML lawmakers. Karki has already formed a cabinet with 1 member each from CPN UML and Nepali Congress. 7 of the 18 Nepalese that were repatriated from war-torn Israel had reached Mahendranagar through the Gadda Chowki customs point. The government had flown the 18 Nepalese on an Indian Airlines to Delhi, from where they were brought to Nepal via road. The Nepalese embassy in Delhi had arranged for vehicles to bring them back to Nepal. Kairali Tikapur's Nanda Singh Pun, Nuwakot Likhu's Rajkumar Manandhar, Kathmandu's Lakshmi Dulal, Morang Urlabari's Nishal Singh, Palpa's Dilkumari Adhikari, Lalitpur's Mamata Thapa and Xiangza's Asmita Gurung had arrived Mahendranagar this morning. Bir Bahadur Bohra, who operates transportation service in Delhi, had brought them to Mahendranagar. 11 others returned home via flight. Those who arrived at Mahendranagar this morning, according to Kanchanpur's District Administration Officer Gopal Kumar Adhikari, left for their respective homes. The Nepal government had initiated efforts to rescue Nepali nationals from Israel after Hamas attack. Last Friday, the government had repatriated 254 Nepali nationals from Israel through a special chartered flight. Around 5,000 Nepali nationals are in Israel for caregiver and jobs and studies. Among those, 503 had applied to be returned home as the government had called for applications of those interested. So far, 272 of them have been repatriated. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs has informed that efforts are ongoing with the Israeli government to bring home the dead bodies of 10 Nepali nationals who were killed in the attack by Hamas. Meanwhile, the whereabouts of missing Nepali national Bipin Joshi is still unknown and search is still on. Kanchanpur's Bipin went missing after the Hamas attack in Kibbutz Al-Mim in southern Israel on the 7th of October. The Nepalese embassy in Israel has informed that Israeli authorities have handed over the bodies of 5 out of the 10 Nepali students who lost their lives in the attack. Preparations are being made to bring the received bodies to Nepal in a few days. The Election Commission has informed it will hold the by-elections for vacant posts of lawmakers and local representatives at all 3 tiers of the government after mid-February and after the election for National Assembly. Around 24 positions are vacant at the moment in all 3 tiers. The House of Representatives seat from Ilam Constituency 1 has been vacant since the passing away of member Subhas Chandra Nemwang. Likewise, the position in Sudur Pashchim Province Assembly held by late Prithvi Bahadur Singh from Bajang Constituency A has also been vacant since his death. The other vacant positions are for 1 municipality chief, 9 rural municipality chairs and 17 ward chairpersons. Majority of these positions were vacant following the death of the holders. A few had resigned. The government will announce the dates for by-elections following consultations with the Election Commission. Preparations have been made to ban the use of pen drives, CDs and DVDs among other data sharing devices on computers of government offices. The Ministry of Communication and Information Technology has issued a directive to seal ports of all kinds of computer devices which can be used to share data. The National Information Technology Emergency Response Team under the ministry had suggested to seal all the ports of all devices that can be used to copy data, following which external devices cannot be connected. Information technology experts say that connecting such external devices could transfer virus, cause theft of information from the government system, and computers could be hacked as well. Prohibition in the use of external devices at banks and financial institutions and private companies have been implemented for quite some time now. However, they were being used indiscriminately at government offices. This move is believed to prevent theft of classified government documents. Government officers will not be able to copy government data as they desire from now on. They have been directed to use government system to transfer documents to other government entities. Meanwhile, information technology experts have attributed the failure in safe use of computers at government administrations to the lack of skilled workforce at government entities. Voting for new leadership of the Non-Resident Nepalese Association (NRNA) is to begin from midnight tonight. 4,227 representatives out of the 96,000 members of the association will vote for a new leadership. Those who are attending the NRNA conference in Kathmandu will cast their vote physically, while those who are abroad will vote online. Meanwhile, aspirants are busy trying to woo the voters. Incumbent President Badri Kesi, Rabina Thapa, Mahesh Shrestha and Rajendra Kumar Sharma are contesting for the leadership post. The NRNA's 11th Global Conference kicked off in the capital yesterday and was inaugurated by President Ramchandra Paudel. The government has informed emergency services will continue operation at all hospitals even during Dashain holidays and has urged the general public to inform if they cannot access emergency services at any unit. The Ministry of Health and Population has said arrangements have been made for doctors and health professionals to be available at emergency wards of all hospitals. In case the public faces any problem in accessing services, they can inform through the hotline number 1115 or 1133. The government has announced of Dashain holidays this year between 21st to 26th of October. Meanwhile, health professionals have urged the general public for caution in their diets during the festivity. Prime Minister Pushpa Kamal Dahal has announced of providing 500 million rupees to Mustang district out of the climate funds the government has received from international donors. The Premier made the announcement while addressing a climate dialogue program held in Jomsong of Mustang by the Annapurna Conservation Area Project. Premier Dahal said climate change had been a challenge for the whole world and that the impacts of it felt in and around the Himalayan region of South Asia was more serious nature. He added that he had raised issue of the climate change impacts that Nepal had felt in international platforms like the United Nations General Assembly. At the same event, Minister for Forest Environment Birendra Prasad Mahato said environment-friendly development was a must to cope with and minimize the impacts of climate change. Minister for Culture, Tourism and Civil Aviation Sudan Kirati has carried out an inspection at the Biratnagar Airport earlier today. This comes after public grievances regarding exorbitant prices charged by the canteen operator. Minister Kirati made a phone call to the head of the Department of Commerce and directed for monitoring from the District Commerce Center. The minister also announced that the ministry is preparing to procure 10 aircrafts within the ongoing fiscal year. In a different context, the minister said that Koshi province politics had given a message to form a consensus government and that political parties must contribute to intensify development works. Nepal Army has organized a 5-kilometer peace march to mark the United Nations Day today. The march began from the ground of the Nepal Army headquarters and went through Shahid Gate, Army Pavilion, Old Bus Park, Bhadrakali, Tripureshwar, Maitighar and Bhadrakali before culminating at the Nepal Army headquarters. Chief of Army Staff Prabhu Ram Sharma, former Army chiefs, generals and high-ranking military officials participated in the march. The United Nations was established on the 24th of October 1945. However, the day has been observed today in Nepal by organizing various programs as it coincides with the day of Tika of the ongoing Dashain festival. Nepal became a member of the United Nations on 14th of December in 1945. It's time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion. The question is, why has the national economy failed to gain momentum despite improvements in external indicators? Your options are A, problems in policy, B, lack of capacity to spend, and C, lack of domestic production. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. Time now for international update. US President Joe Biden has arrived in Israel on an extraordinary high-stakes trip as the region is gripped by violence in the aftermath of Hamas's attacks and Israel's subsequent response. Speaking alongside Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, Biden said it appeared Tuesday's deadly blast at a Gaza hospital was done by other team and not Israel, echoing Israeli assertions that the bombing was caused by an Islamic Jihad rocket. Palestinian officials have blamed Israel for it. Conditions are dire for the 2.2 million people caught in the escalating crisis and now trapped in Gaza. Those on the ground warn that nowhere is safe from relentless Israeli airstrikes and the rapidly deteriorating humanitarian situation. Israel has vowed to wipe out Hamas, the Islamist group that controls Gaza, in response to the 7th of October terrorist attacks that killed 1,400 people. At least 3,300 people have been killed in Gaza, according to Palestinian health officials. Nepal has defeated UAE by 7 wickets at the Nepal Tri-Nation T20I series match that concluded this afternoon in Mulbani Cricket Ground. UAE were put to bat first and had put up 140 runs for the loss of 7 wickets. Basil Hamid scored half-century as Ali Nasir contributed 32 runs, Mohammad Wasim 17 and Asif Khan 15. None of the other batters scored in double-digit. Karan Kesi was the pick of the Nepali bowlers, grabbing 3 wickets. Gulshan Jha claimed 2 wickets, while Sompal Kami and Abinash Bohra claimed 1 wicket each. Chasing 141 runs for victory, Nepal scored 144 in 18.5 overs, losing 3 wickets. Skipper Rohit Paudel remained not out, scoring half-century. Deepinder Singh Airi contributed 34 runs, Asif Sheikh 23, Kushal Bhurdel 14 and Kushal Malla 11. Nilanj Keswani and Ali Nasir claimed a wicket each for UAE. Nepal is to play against Hong Kong tomorrow at 11 a.m. That is all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.